Is actually a desire to eat food. There will be stimulant of appetite and there will be suppressor of appetite. But before that, we have to understand that the lateral part of the hypothalamus is the feeding center or hunger center, and the ventromedial part is the satiety center. Okay, the ventromedial part of the ventromedial nucleus is the part for the satiety center. Now the stimulant. Okay, so the most important stimulant of appetite is ghrelin, which is secreted by the kidney. It can also be secreted by the brain. It can also be secreted by the pancreas. Okay, now another one is melanocyte concentrating peptide, neuropeptide. Why? Agouti related peptide. All these are going to be secreted by the brain. Okay, and all these are going to stimulate agouti related peptide in the hypothalamus, which then stimulate the appetite center. Now the red color, you see the red color in the restaurant like McDonald's, KFC, or anywhere. If you see the red color on the restaurant, that's the reason they are going to stimulate your appetite, and you go to the restaurant and eat. Okay, and smell of the food and sleep deprivation. When you sleep less, they are going to also increase or stimulate the release of ghrelin. Okay, and GnRH and less glucose. Now suppressor or leptin, which is secreted by adipose tissue, and another one is neuropeptide PYY, which is secreted by the brain, and serotonin, glucagon like peptide, and glucagon and CRH. Okay, so leptin is a most important suppressor. Okay, you will remember like leptin is a tea. Okay, leptin tea. When you take tea, okay, and when you take tea, after that you are not, your appetite is going to be decreased. So this is how you will remember leptin. Okay, leptin is a protein which is secreted by adipose tissue. Now I will explain this. I will explain the concept behind this. Okay, so you now know that ghrelin, okay, release from the stomach, and smell of the food can also increase ghrelin. Sleep deprivation can also increase the ghrelin. Prader-Willi syndrome can also increase the ghrelin. From brain, melanocyte concentrating peptide, neuropeptide Y, agouti related peptide, and less glucose. These all are going to stimulate the appetite center. And from the adipose tissue or adipocytes, okay, leptin, neuropeptide PYY from brain, serotonin, glucagon from pancreas, and CRH from the hypothalamus, and increased glucose. They all are going to inhibit the appetite center. Okay, now this serotonin actually centrally it acts as a sympathetic, so it increases norepinephrine and epinephrine, and this how it also inhibit the appetite. Now let's explain the concept behind this. Okay, we see the weight loss and loss of appetite in the stress, in infection, in tumor, sympathetic activation, or anger. Okay, so in the stress you are going to secrete the cortisol, and for the action of glucagon you need cortisol. Okay, like you see here, corticotropin releasing hormone, it going to secrete from the hypothalamus is going to secrete the ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, and from adrenal cortex you are going to secrete cortisol, which is called glucocorticoids. They are going to increase the proteolysis, lipolysis, so that we can have a gluconeogenesis. Okay, that is, and so glucose will be increased. Now glycogen, okay, glycogenolysis increase glucose. Now you see here, in infection, the macrophage and the neutrophil are going to secrete tumor necrotic factor alpha, interleukin 1, and in the tumor cell also going to secrete tumor necrotic factor alpha and interleukin 1. In anger or in sympathetic activation, in anger there will be sympathetic activation, so there will be increase in catecholamine, norepinephrine, epinephrine, and increased serotonin. They are also going to do the same thing, proteolysis and lipolysis, and also glycogenolysis. All these are going, if you do proteolysis and lipolysis, that's how you are going to weight loss. And if you do a gluconeogenesis and glycogenolysis, you are increasing the glucose, which are going to suppress appetite. So that's why in the stress, infection, tumor, sympathetic activation, or in anger, we are going to loss of weight will be there, and also suppress appetite center. Okay, so hope you will remember it now.